Hey everyone, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm coming at you with one of my favourite decks of all time. That is the Dark Magician deck. Hopefully with a bit more of a spin on it than what everyone actually usually plays, but it does pretty much run like clockwork whenever you get, like, the consistency is fantastic. Thank you once again to the people who actually liked my first deck profile of my Divine Monarchs. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, it's on the channel. And let's just get into the video. So there we have it. You want to start with triple Dark Magician. This is, the main boss monster of the deck, shall I say? Well, almost the main boss monster. Obviously, you can get him out in multiple different ways, and I'll show you as the deck progresses. I'm actually going to be saying this term a whole lot in this deck, but this is one of the best cards in the deck. Apprentice Illusion Magician, you want to run at 3. Obviously, you can just discard a card, and you can special summon her, and if you've got multiple copies in your hand, obviously you want to keep playing because you've got some XZ plays that you can make with it in this deck because they're rank level 6. And during the battle phase, if you have another spellcaster, you can actually use her quick effect and just send this card to the graveyard, and then the monster gains 2000 attack. I mean, what can go wrong, eh? Here we go again, one of the best cards in the deck. Again, as I've just said, this is triple Magician's Rod, and once you play him straight away, you can just add a spell trap card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists the card Dark Magician in it. Anything but Eye of Timaeus, that means. Unfortunately, Eye of Timaeus cannot be used for some unknown reason. I mean, I don't personally know, but I've never really looked into it. I just know you cannot use Eye of Timaeus. You can also tribute one spellcaster and then add this card back to your hand if it's in your graveyard. I think it's a fantastic card, and you have to play it at 3, I think. I'm open to taking this card out of the deck. I mean, I don't mind. The deck is running at 41 cards. I'll show you the one card that I actually play, which is just funny. It's just a throwaway for me. That's why I have it at 41. I can always take it out. It's just funny. But Magician of Dark Illusion, I'm not too bothered about, but then it does count as another Dark Magician when it's on the field, and if you activate a spell or trap card in your opponent's turn, which is most likely when it comes to Eternal Soul or Magician's Navigation, you can just bring this guy out, and it's, just another monster. Triple Palladium Oracle Mahad. I can't for the life of me think why people don't play this card in their Dark Magician decks. It stops Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon with its boost attack. It's ultimately just 6 Dark Magicians running in the deck, maybe more than that. Once he gets destroyed, I mean, you don't always get destroyed by battle or card effect, but if you draw this guy, you can reveal him and special summon it from your hand. It's a free monster, and it also works with like rank 7 XZ plays, so I really do think people should start playing this card. I'm not too sure why they don't. I guess they want just to add different cards to their decks, but in this engine, I play triple Palladium Oracle Mahad. I only play the one spell Magician of Prophecy. I believe you only do need one. You can always go up to 2. I mean, I don't think that's a problem if you do go up to 2. It just gets you another spellbook card. Definitely playing Gofu in this deck. Obviously, you want your instant Decode Talker, especially if you get this card at first turn in your hand. You basically got a winner right there, especially with comboing off. I can't even say that word. Comboing off with Decode Talker Dark Magicians in your monster zone, or you could just have a Dark Magician Dragon Knight in your monster zone. Fantastic play. You know what? You can judge me all you want for this one, but I actually play the Kaiju engine in this deck. It works so well. You can tribute anyone's monster. It's a fantastic play. I play the Kaiju engine in this Dark Magician deck. Moving on to our spells, definitely always want to play Dark Magical Circle at 3. It just essentially, takes the top 3 cards of your deck. You can reveal a Dark Magician spell or trap card, and you can just add it to your hand and then just place them in any order. And then if you do get a Dark Magician on the field, which will be 90% of the time in this deck, you won't hardly ever brick. I mean, I never brick in this deck, but then I do have the luck of the draw, and I do have Heart of the Cards on my side. You can just banish someone's monster with the effect of Dark Magical Circle. So I do play the spellbook engine, so you play double spellbook of knowledge, double spellbook of secrets. Um, you know, you could, going reverting back to like your magician's rod plays, you can activate his effect, get your spell and trap, and then because it's only a 1600 attack monster, there's no use for him after that. So you could just play spellbook of knowledge, tribute him, and then you can draw your 2 cards. Or if you haven't got use of them, you can just play spellbook of secrets. You can bring a spellbook magician of prophecy, maybe, or you can just bring another knowledge. And if you've got another, let's say you have a dark magician on the field, tribute him, draw 2 cards, activate Eternal Soul, and then bring him back. And also with Dark Magical Circle on the field, obviously you've got that big combo play right there. Now, obviously this is a pro card. Most people play them at 2. I will play Allure of Darkness at 1, purely because this is where my luck does not come in, and whenever I draw Allure of Darkness and play it, I get 2 really sucky cards in my deck, and you know what, I just lose my entire hand, so there's no point in playing any more than that. Definitely want to play 2 Eye of Timaeus, even if it's just a throwaway card. I mean, sometimes you can just pull it down on the field, just set it, and then if your opponent destroys it, it's not really a problem. You've got another one, just especially if it's in your hand. Probably do not listen to my advice on that one, but you know what, I like to bluff my way through a game sometimes. Eye of Timaeus is just perfect for the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Okay, next you want to play Dark Magic Attack and Dark Magic Inheritance. I really do not need to explain these cards. They're just, needed in the deck. Last but not least, in our spell zones are Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Definitely played with the Kaiju engine. Obviously you can destroy monsters on the field, as many as you can, and then you just want to put a Gamma Seal on your opponent's side of the field, or a Dogoran. You always want Jizukiru on your side, and you know what, even if that doesn't work, you can always just like banish this card from the graveyards and just add a Kaiju to your hand from the deck. Fantastic card. I mean, you've seen plenty of YouTubers showcase this deck. Obviously the Kaiju engine is a little bit different. I don't really see many YouTubers playing that engine, so I'm glad that's got a little bit of difference, and it can help you, expand your plays a little bit more if you need help. But obviously this is, the main cards of your the trap cards, so to speak. Magician's Navigation and Eternal Soul, all running at triples. Magician's Navigation, you can special summon a Dark Magician from your hand, special summon a level 7 or lower Dark Monster. I personally always just bring Apprentice Illusion Magician out, get a Dark Magician, get that to your hand, Eternal Soul, bring that Dark Magician out too. There you go, you got 3 monsters straight away. Dark Renewal, not many people play this card either, but you know what, it's fantastic if you want to tribute an opponent's normal summon or special summon. If they bring out an Xyz play and you just bam, Dark Renewal them, most of the time they're going to get very annoyed by that. I will bump up Solemn Strike to 2, maybe 3. I don't know how bricky that, well, it's not even bricky because you just activate it and then it's just a life point cost. I mean, I'm not too sure about it, but I run it at 1 at the moment. Okay, as stated before, I won 41 cards in this deck. This is basically the one that I could just take it out at any time. But you know what? Not many people expect battle traps these days, apart from, counter fairies or something. But Drowning Mirror Falls, direct attack, shuffle all attack monsters from your opponent controls into the deck. I actually do not know why I play this card. I just think it's funny. Okay, so moving on to the extra deck, Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, self-explanatory. Dark Magician and Eye of Timaeus will get you a Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, and he will protect your back row, and your Eternal Soul back row will protect him. Yeah, he could be destroyed by battle, but he will come straight back, and that's not what your opponent really wants to do, unless they destroy Eternal Soul, which in turn you would lose all your monsters. But you know what, you don't really have to worry about that with this guy on the field. For the Link monsters, I play Deco Talker, Firewall Dragon, and a Proxy Dragon. Sorry about that. Purely because, I mean, usually I would have double Firewall Dragon, but seeing as this is like one of my first videos, times are tough with money, I can't really fork out for the other firewall. Especially, you know, just adding Ash Blossoms to this deck would just make the deck 3,000 times better. So if you do have Ash Blossoms, or even Ghost Ogres for that matter, you could just put them in the deck. Obviously take Drowning Mirror Force out, take Magician of Dark Illusion out, and you've got yourself some hand traps. But, you know, obviously Proxy Dragon and Decode Talker, one in the same with Gofu. I mean, you can bring that out. I'll show you another way you can bring these two out, or even Firewall Dragon for that matter. If you had double Firewall Dragon co-linked, and then you can bring out Proxy Dragon next to it, you've got yourself like a really nice play. Or just Proxy Dragon there, and then you could have your other Firewall Dragon. You know, you can extend these plays on the board and have yourself an unstoppable board. So that's why I play those links. Moving on to my XEs, I play one number 11 Big Eye, you know, 2 level 7 monsters. That works as a change of heart. You can just take your opponent's monster. Obviously, I tribute them most of the time because I'm just evil that way. Eben Illusion Magician, also a rank 7. It's basically, you know, it's a great card. It gets you a Dark Magician, I believe. You can banish a card with that. Fantastic card. This is my pro card, and this is just for Apprentice Illusion Magicians, and that is number 24, Dragulus. He is a beautiful piece of artwork, 2 level 6 monsters, and he's just very annoying. So you can detach one material from this card, target one face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck, change it to face-down defense position. I believe you can use his effect on himself because he is from the extra deck. If this face-up card in its own control is sent to the graveyard or banished by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card in face-down defense position. And then you can send one face-up card on the field to the graveyard. Obviously, sending isn't targeting yet, so your opponent can't really do much unless they can then negate Dragulus, which is essentially your vampire lord, but he's just been revamped into a vampire. I didn't even tell a funny there. I didn't even mean to say that. Anyway, moving on. Another pro card for me, number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. It's not just because it's a rank 7 play, you know, 2 Dark Magicians. It's its effect. Its effect will bring you a Firewall Dragon. Its effect brings you a Decode Talker. It should you lose your Gofu. It's just your second chance at life, basically. It will you can detach 2 materials because it has a high price, but if you've got 2 Dark Magicians on it and they go to the graveyard, you can always activate Eternal Soul. So you will special summon 5 tokens. Okay, 5. Okay, there's no telling. I mean, you can't attack, right? Well, you can attack, but your opponent doesn't take any battle damage. No problem. But it's, you know, having that coordinated play to have 5 tokens. Use this and, you know, 3 tokens to get yourself a Firewall Dragon, and then Firewall Dragon with the other 2 tokens, you can get a Proxy Dragon just below that co-linked, and then you can extend your plays by co-linking Dark Magicians to the Proxy Dragon, and you're quite protected in that matter. Last but not least, I run Red Eyes Flair Metal Dragon. I only really play that in emergency plays, or if I've got a comfortable board. You know, anything your opponent activates a card or effect, you inflict 500 damage to them immediately after it resolves. You know, you don't actually have to worry about the second effect because we are not playing a Red Eyes deck. I would go as far as actually just bringing cards like Borreload out, maybe. I don't own a Borreload either, but it's up to you. You can just use my deck as an outline. I think it's quite a cool outline. I hope you have enjoyed this video. You can tell this is one of my first videos, but you know what? All the support. There's my thumb. Much appreciated. That is my thumbs up for the video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Any ideas or comments, please leave them down below because it does help me with my decks. You know, we can all help each other here in this community, or a community that I am trying to build also, apart from these other YouTubers. And I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.